Hi everybody, happy Friday. My name is Marcus and this is your Friday Fit Tip. This is the first video I've actually done in a long time, and if you've been following my Friday Fit Tips on either my blog or on the Beachbody emails that I send out, you know I've been trying to get into podcasting, get a little more multimedia going, and the reason for this is because a lot of and my cat just threw my glasses on the ground. I guess she didn't like them. Anyway. A lot of the tips I provide aren't your normal, just blog or just Google how to get healthy kind of tips. I try to give a little more in-depth tips when I send these out on Fridays, and a lot of them kind of require some inflection and some personality to get across really well, and for emphasis, because a lot of the stuff that I'm giving to you guys, I actually believe in myself and have helped me, and I just kind of want to portray that a little bit more than I can do in text. So, I've been trying to get into podcasting, and I've actually got some equipment coming that's going to help with that. Everything's ready to go, so look for that pretty soon. She's throwing the remote on the floor. Oh my gosh. Of course, you would wait until I want to do this to get all catnippy and crazy. Okay, anyway. So a couple of announcements. One is the YouTube. Subscribe to my YouTube, and you're going to get these video fit tips every Friday. The podcast will be up if you want to subscribe to my blog, geekfitguy.tumblr.com. And that's pretty much it for this stuff. Beachbody announcements. This month, April only, the Insanity Challenge Pack is going from $205 down to $180, I believe. So that's a $25 savings, and that's not just Insanity. That includes Insanity, a bag, 30-day supply of Shakeology, a spot in the challenge group. So if you order it from my site, you'll get a spot in my challenge group coming up in May. And the cat's on the prowl again. It also comes with 30 days of the Beachbody Club, which is awesome because it has a customized meal plan. I've used it. If you're doing P90X especially, you can just drop P90X meal plan in there and boom, tells you everything. Recipes, tells you how to make them. There's videos, shopping lists. So if you're looking for something to really make eating easier, that's the way to go, and I highly recommend it. Sean T fans, again, Insanity, and also his new program coming out this summer is T25. It's essentially kind of a mix of Insanity and Asylum, but every workout's 25 minutes. So if you've looked at 10-minute trainer because you don't have a lot of time, but you just don't really like Tony Horton's workouts, then Shanti's doing something that everybody should be able to do. Alright, so those are the announcements. Try not to take any more time with that. I'm going to try and keep these about 10 minutes, 10 minutes each. So, April's here. We're into the second quarter of the year, and this is the time when a lot of people realize that they may have fallen off the wagon, and they're looking to get back on. It's springtime, it's growth, renewal, and everybody wants to kind of jumpstart their weight loss again, and that leads to a lot of people doing some really weird things. There's a lot of gimmicks out there. You'll see a lot more advertising for things like diet pills. Driving last weekend, my wife and I saw an advertisement for couples liposuction, and just all kinds of really weird things. So I want to spend this month talking about fitness myths, especially the ones that I found in my journey over the past few years. So today, the biggest myth there is that you don't have enough time. And I say that's a myth because everybody has the same amount of time in every day. If you look at a clock, it's got 12 hours on it. I mean, everybody has the same 24 hours in a day to get things done. So it is a myth that you don't have enough time to work out, because if I have enough time, if my neighbor has enough time, if the 200 plus people I'm coaching have enough time, you have enough time to work out. It's just about priorities. It's what you're setting up as your priorities to take up the time that you have. So, what I did to kind of prepare for this is I spent the last quarter, January to April here, looking at what successful people do. And I used Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and I wanted to figure out, okay, how are these people really getting fit? And I really looked at like the single moms with several kids, and single dads, and the people, the executives that work 14, 16 hours a day, work weekends. How are these people being successful? And the number one thing they do is they work out in the morning. I did that for Body Beast, and it just completely changed the way that I spent my day. I was no longer tired, which was the biggest thing. The workout's done. So if you say, well, I don't have time after I come home to work out. I've got kids, I've got to make dinner, I've got to do this, I've got to do that. Work out first thing in the morning. If it means you've got to get up an extra hour early to get your workout in, just do it. You can't have everything in life, and that's where that myth comes from. I don't have enough time, I don't have enough hours in the day. Make the time. I get up 4 a.m. every day, do my workout, drive 2 hours to work an 8-hour day, drive 2 hours home. I usually get home about 6:30. And yeah, so I've got to be in bed around 9:30ish so that I can wake up at 4 a.m. again the next day. But that's how I get my workouts in. That's how I avoid the excuse of there's not enough time to work out. If you work out first thing in the morning, then one, you can't say, well, I had to work an extra hour today, so I don't have time to work out now. You don't have to worry about saying that you've got to make dinner for the kids. You don't have to worry about saying you've got to pick the kids up from school. Um, there's really no excuse. If somebody comes to you at work last minute and says, hey, we're all going out for beers afterwards, do you want to join us? You can, because you've already got your workout in. So busting that myth right out. There's not enough hours in the day. That's crap. There are enough hours. And I'm sure I'm going to get backlash from this, saying from the people that say, well, I've got 3 kids. I've got a husband that doesn't support me. I've got this and I've got that. Well, we all have problems. Bottom line, you got to decide what's most important for you. And just stand up for yourself. If you really want to get fit and healthy, then time is not going to be an excuse. Especially, like I said, you've got 10-minute trainer. It's not expensive. 10 minutes a day. You've got T25 coming out. 25 minutes a day. Anybody can wake up 25 minutes earlier. And you'll see that your energy just explodes throughout the day. Your metabolism's going to be higher. You're going to feel better. Your mood is going to be better. So, really, just myth number 1 for April, not enough time, is busted. I don't want to hear any more excuses. I don't want to see any more posts on Facebook in our group that, well, I meant to work out today, but such and such came up. Get up first thing in the morning, work out. If you've got to sleep in your workout clothes, if you have to have them laid out on the desk or the kitchen counter or whatever so that you have to do something with them, do it. Put your workout in the night before. Have it ready to go first thing in the morning. Just do something, because really everybody has enough time. So that's it. Next week I'm going to talk about, doctors. I'm going to talk about doctors and my experience with doctors and weight loss. And I have nurses and doctors that I coach that are probably going to watch this or read this or listen to this. I'm probably going to offend somebody. But again, this is my journey. All I can do is make my recommendations and tell you what I've done, the mistakes I've made. And so next week's going to be fun. So until then, stay healthy, and I'll see you next week.